Why not? Let's talk. What's going on? We want to know what's going on with AJ. I want to know too.
Okay, I'm trying to see because certain things I don't know if I want to let out yet, but I'll tell you this.
Welcome, everybody. I am beyond honored to introduce. Well, you guys already know who this guy is. You guys already know who AJ Simmons is. You need the sound effects. AJ, like, welcome. Thank you for being
Right?
here.
We got to figure out how to add it in.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
problem at all. No problem at
exactly.
all.
We're gonna add it in at some point. I mean, this
Yeah.
needs to be like a party. When we talk, it's a party.
Right?
Yeah, thank you for being here, AJ. Like, I haven't seen you in a little bit.
Yeah.
What's been going on? Like in the last couple of months, we just finished the first quarter, but you where have you been?
Grinding. Right. Well, honestly, it's been a combination of both things. So it's like I had two deaths in the family recently. So I was back home in Virginia,
Sorry to
trying
hear.
to work through that. Yeah, no problem. And then I went on vacation, went to Mexico. So that took some time. So I enjoyed that. So that was my first time ever like doing a vacation with just me. No wife, no kids, no just me and the guys. So that
I
was
can't
fun.
believe that.
Right. Yeah,
How did
seriously.
it feel?
Liberating, free, reassuring, like everything that I needed, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. First, every after I've had a kid, I feel like this kind of weird feeling that I don't want to go to the airport every time I have to go.
Right.
It's just a weird thing. I used to have it before, but now it's like a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
So it feels weird. But once you get there,
Yeah. There's nothing to it then.
you found yourself again.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How long were you there?
Exactly. So, but yeah, outside of that, the personal stuff, I've been working on a lot with Clean Biz Network for sure. I don't know if you want me to go into the details of everything right now, but we got a lot
100%. Like,
going
why
on.
not? Let's talk. What's going on? We want to know what's going on with AJ. I want to know too.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to see because certain things I don't know if I want to let out yet, but I'll tell you this. So the number one thing, of course, is that Clean Biz Network conference this year, 2023, down here in Jacksonville. So I've been grinding, trying to get all my speakers in a row for that. I'm gonna have you, Diane, and Carolyn, our clubhouse crew. We definitely gonna do a panel.
That's right.
Then we got a whole lot of other speakers. Some that you've probably heard about from audience, some that you may have not, but I know for a fact that these are people that you need to hear from. So a lot of experts is going to be speaking there. You get a lot of value from it. What else we got? Can I tell you?
Oh,
I think I could.
speaking of CBN, I mean, this is why I wanted to come here and chat with you. But I just put a pin in it. Don't forget what you were about to say,
Okay,
please.
go ahead.
But I just wanted to highlight the CBN conference this year. I think it's going to be epic. I saw the lineup of the speakers. I mean, not to toot my own horn because everywhere I go, it's going to be a party.
That's right.
Everybody just knows that. I mean, we were at in DC for the Cleaning and Cocktails conference. I
Yep.
heard Jason Lee there. He's going to be one of your first speakers. He's
Yeah.
a heavy hitter. He's
Yeah.
so amazing.
Yeah, he and his interview did so well on my channel. So I was like, yeah, I gotta get him back on. We actually should be doing a part two here shortly. So, but he was the one guy when I spoke to him. I won't say the one because Ricky as well. But when I spoke to him, I felt like, you know what? This guy could actually be my mentor. And I'm not the type of person that's going to just like, can you be my mentor type of guy? But it was like the way he was speaking, and I can tell that he'd been through some things that I've either been through or I'm still going to go through. And I was like, this guy is next level. So I had to get him on. And I was so glad he agreed to do it. So definitely had to have him. Of course, Miss Johnson with Tenacity Academy.
Oh my God. She
She,
is
yeah.
phenomenal. I mean, I had seen her on YouTube, a little bit, but I hadn't really watched her stuff.
Yeah.
But she invited me to be on her podcast. I don't know, it was like a 20-minute thing, and we had so much fun. I had never met her or talked to her in my life, but she was so much fun. I was like, wow, I really like her. So then I started getting to her YouTube videos. I'm like, let me see what she got to say. She was spitting so much game, and she's like so real. And I don't know, there's something about her personality that to me is like really clear, like really awesome
Right.
energy.
Yep.
She's awesome. So I can't wait to hear what she's got to say.
I had to bring her back on because I was trying not to have the same people from last year. So last year I had Miss Johnson, Ricky, and William Wade, CBN veteran, and Miss Johnson was the only one I had to bring back just because I didn't let her loose last year. We did like a little interview style. This year I'm gonna let her loose. She's gonna have the
She
whole
gotta go
microphone
through.
to herself.
She has
So
to be herself because
yeah,
she is amazing.
yeah, for sure.
Plus her journey and her just being brave enough to share her journey and for her to be where she is now. I mean, this is like the dream. She is the dream. I think we're all the dream. We're all the dream with different dreams, but it's nice to see different dreams.
Right. And it shows the people watching, like it shows that, we all can do it. I know everybody has their own unique story, and we might feel like, well, they got chosen, or this person is special, but no, we all got a different, unique story. We all got to struggle. And it's up to you to decide how that story is going to end, depending on what actions you take. So
that's right. That's right. I have to get on to you though a little bit at this price, at the CBN price. This price is too low. Okay.
So you know what? It's funny you say that.
This price, let me tell you that you better not do this price ever again.
Oh, you know what's crazy you say that, because actually starting at the end of this month, that price going up again. So last month the price was cheaper for early bird special. This month at this $199 price, I was going to leave it there permanently, but I was like, you know what? I'm looking at Ricky's price on his thing. I'm looking at the price EYL is charging. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh no, we got to raise this up.
You got to raise it. And then on top of that, like when you see like you are going to be one of these people that, we're going to pay thousands of dollars to see at some point in time, for sure. So, but the value that you're already bringing, everybody, June 29th and 30th, be in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, I know it's not the best, it's not the easiest place to get to, by the way. We got to work on that part. That's not the easiest place to get to, but I will drive across the country. Actually, I'm taking my whole family. I don't know if we're going to be like all at the conference, like I'm going to be at the conference, but it's we're going to kind of do like a whole family, like road trip type of thing.
Sure. And if you want to bring the family in as well, feel free, because I bring the gang with me everywhere we go. So
I saw your kids at your last one. I love that because they get to see how you work. They get to see how you hustle. They got to see how dad does things. And so when they get older, shoot, in a couple of years, they're gonna be, having their own things.
Exactly. I let them sit on the stage and everything just so they can get that feeling. You know what I mean? Because it's like, me growing up, I grew up in a church. So it was like that was my experience of being on the stage. Like I would get a chance to be up there to be a worship leader, that type of stuff. I'm not religious anymore, but that did help me to at least get a chance to, speak to people and at least practice getting out of my shell. So I was trying to like give my kids that chance to at least see how it feels to be on the stage. So, but yeah, definitely bring the gang. Anybody watching, feel free to do what you got to do. Now, we definitely don't have a hosted bar. If you know me, we definitely having a hosted bar. We're going to have a drink. So keep that in mind too, if you do decide to bring your kid or anything, but just keep that in mind. But we definitely family friendly, but at the same time, we're going to definitely have some drinks. So be clear.
Exactly. I went to one conference and the lady, I think that she had like a 3-month-old on her. The baby never cried the whole time. And I was like, wow. I'm over here, I had like a baby, but it was my child was a little bit older. And I was like, if she can come all the way over here by herself with her kid, come to the conference, and everybody was like so accommodating. A lot of people wanted to help with the kid, but she had her baby that her kid was fine. She knew that her kid never made a noise. And so it was really cool to see that in our community, we will do whatever we got to do to make it. If we got a network and we got to bring our kid with us, I mean, we're gonna do it. So that's the kind of environment we have. So we are very welcoming people.
Absolutely.
I was looking at your agenda for the CBN, and I saw that on day one you're gonna have Jason Lee, the guest speaker, and a DJ. First of all, if a conference is having a DJ, y'all gotta be there. Okay.
Yeah.
We are not about these boring kind of conferences. That's not what we do.
And see, because my thing is this, it's like, it's not just a conference, because I feel like, we get enough of those, right? We get enough, not to mention the hundreds of videos I got on YouTube. I'm just talking at you. No, it's a celebration too. So we're going to celebrate this industry. You know what I mean? And I want people to loosen up because I know like last year, after that first warm-up night, everybody typically heads over to the bar area. And then we'll go for more drinks and talk even more. So that's when the real secrets get let out, right? So you know what I mean? So I just want everybody to be loose, you know, be able to have a chance to get some, you know, one-on-one time with AJ if you can catch me to the side somewhere, or you know what I mean, and just mingle with everybody, catch me to the side and say, you know what, I wanted to ask you this, but I never had a chance to. Schedule and charge me for it. That's your time. You know what I mean? You finally got us one-on-one in person. We can't ignore you. We can't send you a link. You got no choice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, and that's something that I also wanted to touch on is the value of making connections at these events. Yeah, I don't even want to call it conference because conference has like a boring connotation. But this kind of event, I mean, I met you at a cleaning event.
Yep.
And it was just I think people don't really understand, like, even sometimes I don't even understand the importance of networking. When you get in somebody's face, it's a whole different kind of situation when it comes to the relationship. And it kind of even goes to like when we were going out and trying to get you know, walkthroughs and bids and stuff. Getting in front of somebody is going to get you the job way better than, you know, sending them an email or giving them a call. So showing up is such a big, you know, such a big deal. When I met you, I mean, honestly, I didn't know nothing about this industry, nothing what was going on. I don't know. Carolyn was the one who told me about the time that I met you. I had no idea. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. I guess I'll go. I didn't even want to go. Right. I'm like, what am I going to be doing there? A bunch of like cleaning, commercial cleaning people are going to be there. But at the same time, networking always has some form of value.
Right.
Always. Absolutely. And even just making that little investment for a flight or your hotel and things like that. It's such a small investment for what you get out. Look at me. I have my own YouTube channel. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. Almost everybody who does a one-on-one consultation with me comes from you. Everybody who follows me on Instagram, because I have like a little questionnaire, like, how did you hear about me? AJ Simmons. Oh, of course, AJ. So if I had never gone, I would have never met you. I would have never kind of had the, I guess, the encouragement to share with other people, because I, you know, just like you were talking about, you got your first confidence like in church when you can sit in the front, standing on the stage. I didn't have any of that stuff. And I'm kind of a person, I kind of like to be under a rock. This is the thing about me. I like to be around people and people like to be around me. But like when I'm alone, I love to be alone and I like to be under my shell. There's a balance. I don't know what to come out sometimes. So it's just really, it's just amazing.
I agree. And I think too, and I will say this though, I probably shouldn't even give this away. I ain't even gonna give it away. Never mind. I'm not in. Take that part. Take that part out. I don't hold back much, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try to.
Okay. I'll be good then. I'm not gonna push you. Okay. But so day 2, we got a VIP party, which I love a VIP party for the CBN members.
Yes. So day 2 is gonna be first. I think we'll get at 10 o'clock in the morning. Be from 10 to about 3:30. Nothing but back-to-back speakers, value after value. I think we're gonna start with Miss Debbie Sardone, and she's gonna. If you ever heard Debbie speak, then you already know what time it is. Like
that's right.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I feel bad for whoever following her. It won't be me, but
don't let it be me either.
Right. Actually, I think it's so we'll have an OSHA rep come on after her, right? So that way it's like, well, maybe we don't have to have somebody follow her, you know, in that type of form. It'll be somebody that's like, well, you got to hear from OSHA, right? So some type of professional like that. I think after that, it'll be my guy, Mario Kelly. Let me tell you about Mario Kelly.
Yeah, so he was actually Mario.
Yeah, so he was actually on Earn Your Leisure. I'm not sure if you're familiar. Earn Your Leisure, biggest probably platform in the Black community. So in personal finance space. So he was on there, and I reached out to him. Cool dude. So I'm going to interview him. He specializes in getting like big sports stadiums. So he has all of the sports stadiums for all of the major teams in Cleveland. I believe he has other ones too. He's trying to get the one here in Jacksonville and get me in on that deal. I really don't feel like it, but if I can help him,
better get on in that deal feel like it. I'll go over there and feel like, are you crazy? You better get into that. AJ.
You know I am. You gotta push me, right? So then, but yeah, so I'm gonna have him there. So he'll be the one where I actually do an interview style, just because it'll be his first time, doing something like this as well. And I try to make it easy on us, right? So it's like for the ones I know that speak, go for it. And then for the other ones, it's like, I'm just here for you. Thank you. Let's do an interview. And then we can also do some Q&A for the people. So if y'all want to ask them anything straight up, you'll be able to do that. Tony Williams. I think he'll be right after him. CBN veteran.
I met Tony like 3 weeks ago. Tony is so cool. First of all, I had seen him 3 years ago.
Yeah.
At Cleaning Cocktails when I met you.
Yep.
But I didn't talk to him. I mean, there was a lot of people. So I couldn't get to everybody. But I remember his face. And then we saw each other again. I was like, and we started talking. Man, Tony is so real.
Yeah, man. And Tony, that's actually when I met him too. So, and it's ironic because he was in Clean Business Network already. Wow. And he was killing it silently. He didn't post a lot in the network, so I didn't know really that he was there. Then once I met him in person, and the way we network in our industry, we ain't scared to say, well, what you doing in revenue? Like, we'll ask. So I asked him and he blew me away. I think he was at like 35K at the time per month. And I was like, what?
Wow.
How do you not have an interview with me? Like, what you doing? You know what I mean? So we ended up setting up the interview after that. We ended up networking real close. Like he got my personal cell and everything. So Tony, he'll be speaking as well. Who else do we got after that? I think it might be Miss Johnson. And then if I'm missing, my cousin, Amari Harris. So the reason why I got Amari on here is because he's an attorney. And so I feel like it would be important because I know there'll be a lot of like legal questions that we're going to have as business owners too. And he also owns a cleaning company. So, and he's in Clean Business Network as well. So I said, you know what, let's get him on. And if anybody got any legality questions, throw it to the guy. He's the man. So he'll be there as well. And then we're going to finish up with Miss Johnson to kind of take us home. Nope. My guy, another CBN veteran, Sean Richardson. Wow. Sean Richards. I said Richardson, but Sean Richards. This guy right here. You're going to meet him very shortly. This guy, nothing but energy. He's from one of those islands. I forget what are the islands? I forget. But anyway.
Bahamas?
Yeah,
St. Croix, St. Thomas.
Not Jamaica, but I don't know. But
Haiti.
Maybe might be Haitian, but this guy full of energy, man. He got that strong accent. All he do is, he's just a hustle guy. Like he's the next ET, like Eric Thomas type of guy. This guy is about to start dropping content. But if you in Clean Business Network and you've been in for a few years, you already know him. Like when we were in the Facebook group, because he would just dropped more videos in there than I did. And that guy, between him and the guy William Wade that I had last year, those two kept us all motivated. This guy's a flat out go-getter. So him and then Ms. Johnson to close us out. And we already know what she can do because her old YouTube channel is there, right?
She is valuable. She is value, straight up.
Absolutely. Then after her, I'm gonna come on finally and close us out. And make sure, I give you everything that you thought you could have needed and more, right? So I'm gonna close it out strong. Then we're gonna take a quick break because I want y'all to go get black tied up. Come with your prom dress type style, all that. We want you dressed to impress because because when you come back.
It said something like, oh, yeah, I did see that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's the VIP part. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the actual award ceremony when we come back. So that'll be at 5 p.m. that second day. And we'll have a live band to warm you up when you come back in. You're going to feel real, you know what I mean? Real grown man.
Nice. Oh my gosh. You're going to go in looking like, like a goddess. Hello.
So that's why I probably won't speak too long at the end of the first part because we want to make sure we give y'all enough time to, get to your rooms and get back down and, get here for this award ceremony that we're going to do. So every year, even though last year was our first year, but every year we're going to do awards for all of our Clean Business Network members, the people who stood out each year, and it could be for different reasons. And then we'll do that. And then after that, or before, I can't remember which order, but before or after, we'll do our panel, right? So Talking Shop with our Clubhouse crew. Yeah. So
oh man, I love Talking Shop. We used to do that on Clubhouse. So it's just gonna be something like that.
Exactly. We're gonna sit there, and I probably even have my drink in hand for that part, like because I wanted to be just like how we do it on Clubhouse, right?
Yes. That's gonna be
And
so
so,
much fun. You know what I
absolutely.
noticed too on your agenda that I really like that little touch that you put? You
Mhm.
have the rep your attire day or rep your logo
Yep,
day.
wrap your brain. Yep.
Rep your brand. I mean, that is genius, by the way, because a lot of times when I go to conferences, I always come out with my shirt. Look, this is gonna be my Steve Jobs outfit. I don't
Exactly.
want to think about what I gotta wear. Okay, as long as my
Yeah.
hair's done, I got my makeup on. Okay, my nails. Don't worry about my t-shirt. But I always have my
Right.
t-shirt on.
Thank.
You too. You got your
Yep.
hat. You got your t-shirt.
Thank you.
So
Every time.
yeah, and a lot of times we're kind of like we don't want to wear our stuff because it kind of looks, I guess, dressed down. But no, I think we should. We are a brand. We need to
Right.
walk around and let people know who our brand is all the time.
Yep. And I'm glad you mentioned that too, because so just so if anybody wondering what the attire is, so first night, what is that? The 29th, it'll be business casual. We're gonna mix and mingle a little bit. That next day, from 10 to about 3, it'll be rep your brand. So get comfortable. We're gonna be there for a while. Then when we take that break and you go home and you get ready to come back for that VIP party, just to impress. I mean, next level, I'm getting a full tux. So make
Oh
sure you go all
wow.
the way in.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yep.
And you
And
know
so,
what? And we don't ever dress to impress. So this is gonna be our day.
yes. Like
Creative people.
exactly. None of us get to show people what we really look like, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And
So
my
yeah,
wife always
now
say,
we can look like, clean people. There we go.
exactly. And my wife always like she want me to take her somewhere where she can wear a gown and feel important. Well, here you go,
Oh
right?
wow. That's special. That's extremely special. You create it.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the whole thing. I cannot wait for it. I also wanted to touch on when I go to these conferences, I don't see that many women. And I think it's because a lot of women don't want to get on a travel by themselves or get in an airplane by themselves or whatever it is. I mean, if you're in business, you're already going to be a hustler. I mean, I think you're already going to be like, you already know what time it is. But you got to get out of your comfort zone. And the thing about networking is because there are times, even I went to the TEDx Growth Conference. This is a place that I know I'm not going to know anybody at, or maybe no,
Right.
because I think I know people everywhere. But I just don't know any strangers. But
Right.
but that's just my personality. I don't know any strangers, but I would encourage anybody who's even thinking about it just for that aspect alone. Like if you're just thinking, oh, I'm going alone, or I don't want to go alone, I don't know anybody there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Show up. Everybody's
Telling you.
cool. If you're in the cleaning business, you're gonna fit right in. A lot of people, even not in the cleaning business, even people in the business adjacent,
Yeah.
um, to talk to cleaning business owners. I've talked to all different kinds of different people in different conferences. So yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be an amazing time. I think everybody needs to get their ticket before the price goes up.
I'm telling you. And you just reminded me of something too. So first to touch on the women thing. Ours is pretty balanced. I mean, if you even look at the footage and the pictures from last year, you can see a lot of women. I had a lot of ladies tell me that they traveled themselves, but they just wanted to make sure that they were here. So some of them even drove, and I was like, wow. So good for them. You know what I mean? And so you'll fit right in. Last year, I think it was like a whole section just full of the women. Like, people start to flock with who they feel like they can identify with. So I'm like, I saved that section for last because I was like, oh Lord, I don't know. Might need to bring my wife up with me to that section because I don't want no problems, right? With all the women over there. But anyway. But anyway, one thing I did want to touch on though. So after the award ceremony, after the talking shop, guess what we get to do?
What are we gonna do?
We party. And I'm talking about party. The DJ is there. So I mean, if you want to twerk, you can twerk. If you want to do a little dance, you can dance with however you want to move, but we turning up. So be ready, be ready to get some knowledge, but also be ready to have some real fun with, people that's like-minded just like you. Yeah.
First of all, I love that. And in every kind of conference/event, we need that.
For
We
sure.
need it. I mean, I told you, with the TEDx conference, he knows how to throw an event. Okay. There was a evening every night that you have some kind of cocktail hour, networking opportunity, and that just, you just learn so much more information. Even a couple of weeks ago, there was nothing planned, so I just asked everybody, you guys want to go to karaoke?
Right.
And everybody accepted. I had first called the place. I said, there's going to only be 10 people because I thought nobody was going to come with me. I thought everybody was going to think I'm straight up corny. But then
right.
I just like, okay, well, let me just ask everybody if they want to go. I asked everybody. There was like 30, maybe more people up in this small little karaoke place. It wasn't that small. It fit us. And we had food and everything. And everybody had such a good, we were out until like 4:00 in the morning.
Wow. Now that's what I'm talking about. Look.
All of us, like, some people started trickling off, but it's just so important. It's almost like hanging out with coworkers that don't judge you or something like that. Yeah. It kind of feels like that. Because just like you said earlier, we can talk money. I can go up to, I went up to Tony. I said, okay, Tony, how much do you do? And then we're talking, and okay, well, I asked another guy because I was thinking about, okay, I want to expand my business across the US. And I asked, one guy was like, oh, I have business in this state and in this state. I'm like, man, it's so far away from you. How do you operate that? And he told me, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try that. I never had thought about it.
Yeah.
And just talking to other people just to spark your mind.
Yeah. And you know what? Just you saying that too, I definitely got to raise these ticket prices. So y'all need to get them today.
No, seriously.
Because you're right. Because you're getting a free consultation, like literally, right? Like, because you got guys, like you said, these are people who are operating in, all across the country. And if you ask them, they'll tell you. And I'm telling you.
Invaluable. Even some of the speakers that you spoke about that I never heard of.
Yeah.
Now, after you just said, I cannot wait to go over there, hear what they got to say, research them before I go, and ask them all the questions I got.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the key too, is go in there with an agenda already ready. Like, I'm going to ask this person that, I'm going to ask this person that, all of that for sure.
So AJ, before we close, is there anything else that you wanted to add that we need to know about the CBN Conference coming this June 29th to 30th, 2023 in Jacksonville, Florida? Right. What else we got to know about it? All we got to know is that we need to be there.
That's pretty much it. Be there, www.cbnconference.com. Get your tickets before I raise them. And the way y'all move, if y'all not familiar, I can do it in 5 minutes because I do everything myself. Like my website stuff, I still do all of that myself, and it's ridiculous what I do. So
me too.
So at any moment, I just up and go do it. So make sure you get on there now while you see this before you forget, and then they already up. And don't try to email me like, no, because I ain't got time for it. And I probably won't email you back, honestly, because it's busy right now.
Exactly. And to make it easier on you, I'm going to put the link in the description. To make it easier on everybody watching, the link is going to be in the description. Absolutely. Get that ticket ASAP before he puts it on fire, because it's going to be lit. I mean, just the people that are already just going to speak.
Yes.
I'm going to take advantage. People might look at us and think that, okay, we're at such a high level. There's always somebody you need to learn from at a higher level. Yep. And to me, that's exciting.
I agree 1,000%. You never stop growing in this industry, but not just in the industry, in entrepreneurship period.
Yep. Yeah. If you are an entrepreneur, you're never going to stop growing. All right, AJ. Well, thank you for being here. It sounds like things are looking up this year. I hope it keeps going to the top. And I'll see you at the Clean Biz Network.
Absolutely. See you there, Mila. Thank you so much. Y'all click that link in the description.
Bye, y'all.